It's the National Football League on EA Sports. And this one features Tank Dell. He should be one of his quarterback's best friends this week. It's the Shamrocks and the Wizards. All that and more coming up next.
Welcome in, everyone, to this presentation of the National Football League on EA Sports. So good to have you on board with us, Mike Tirico, Greg Oates in here. Greg, you look at the marquee, and it's a lot of offensive stars here. I'm looking at the other side. Defenses better show up here if you want to walk out with a win.
Yeah, I think the burden, of course, lies on the players, particularly the players in the secondaries of both of these teams. They're going to have moments where they've got to win one-on-one, as you said, against some of the top offensive skill players in the league. But I also feel like there's a lot on the shoulders of this defensive coordinator. Change up coverages, change up looks, make it difficult pre- and post-snap, not only on these wide receivers and skill players, but also on the guy with the ball in his hand, calling the shots, playing quarterback.
He'll get this past the 20 before he's brought down shy of the 25-yard line. So the visitors ready to go on offense here for the first time. They're led. They move Laporta, sending him in motion. Oh, and they come after him right away, and down he goes on the first play of the game.
If you're going to take a sack, you just can't add to it by taking such a massive loss on top of it. Understand when the pocket breaks down, move up, cut your losses. Now, not only do you lose that down, but now you face a big uphill battle if you want to extend this drive.
Work to do now as they come up on 2nd and long. Out of the gun, Stafford. Throwing left side there, but it is incomplete. He was trying to get it to Jamar Chase. And it's going to bring up a 3rd down. Working out of the gun, Stafford. Oh, got him again the second time with a sack on this opening drive.
So you spend all week, Mike, working on what they call the opening script. It's the plays that you love the most and you want to get called early. The problem? None of those plays account for being called inside your own 5-yard line. But that's exactly where they find themselves after that sack, and that's a disastrous start.
This crowd ready in anticipation. Their offense taking the field for the first time. They'll be led by the big fella, 6'5" quarterback Josh Allen.
I think when you go back and watch last week's game, Mike, I think 2 things were at play. Number one, let's give credit to the defense. I think they did a nice job of identifying some of the easy layups we've seen this quarterback hit from a week-to-week basis. They took it away. They made him go to his 2nd, 3rd check down through his progression. And then secondly, when the play did line up, when they did get the look they wanted, he just missed a lot of throws, so they know they cannot afford another pedestrian performance out of him this week. If he can play to the standard we've seen in weeks past, they can have a better chance of having a better result.
Out of the gun, here's Allen. Oh, and he'll be taken down at the 25-yard line.
And this is something the defense knew they had to contain coming in today, Mike. They worked all week on containing this quarterback, but here we are, early on in the game, a nice scramble there, good yardage, and he's able to pick up the 1st down.
Open man there, it is Bourne. And he's brought down after a gain of 6 on 1st down. They'll come up now for 2nd down and 4. On play action, Allen. And he's in. Colby Parkinson. Touchdown, Shamrocks. That's the 5th touchdown for him on the year.
Mike, we used to have a saying that it was the responsibility of the receiver to run the route through the eyes of the quarterback. And I think this is a great example here. 2 guys clearly on the same page. Quarterback expected his target to be in a certain place at a certain time, He's there, ball's delivered accurately. He's able to pick up the rest with his legs, and that's a big-time connection for the touchdown.
So 7-0 the score, and set now for the dynamic kickoff. On the return, it's Chuba Hubbard. He'll work his way across the 25-yard line. The Wizards offense and Matthew Stafford heading back onto the field. And he is in the midst of a sensational season, currently second in the NFL in passing yards. A fresh set of downs to work with. It is first down and 10. From the gun, here's Stafford. And he can't hang on through the contact. It's incomplete. What a good job defensively to meet him just as the ball was arriving. And it'll be second down. First run of the game here for DeAndre Swift. And he's going to be bottled up quickly after a gain of about 1. Quincy Williams in there for the stop. Throw on third down, Stafford. And they will continue to go backwards. He's taken down for a sack.
We're starting to see in these passing situations, Mike, this defensive line is starting to have their way against this group up front, because right now their pass protection is breaking down and his quarterback's paying the price for it.
Here's Jake Bailey now, as he'll hit this from just outside of his own goal line. On the return, here's Washington. And it's a very nice return. He has given the offense a short field. Now, following the punt return, we have an injured player on the field. And as the medical staff looks him over, we'll step aside. Throwing now, Allen here on first down. They'll look to throw. This one complete to Bourne. He's going to be out of bounds, but he's got the first down. A pickup of 8. From the gun, it's Allen. He's going to tuck it and go. And he'll be taken down.
You know, Mike, I like everything about this play except the very end. You've already picked up good yardage. You've already picked up the first down. Now get down on the ground and protect yourself. There's no reason to take those shots.
Ball sitting on the 3. It is first down and goal. Here's a run. He'll try to push forward, but only a yard. Down to the 2. From a little closer, here's second and goal. They'll try to run this one in. And he won't quite get in. Down to the 1, setting up third and goal. They'll run. He slams it in there, and he is in. J.K. Dobbins. Touchdown, Shamrocks. So on third and goal, they run it in. Sometimes, Greg, that's 4-down territory. They didn't need to do it on fourth down. Taking care of it on the third down for the touchdown.
Yeah, and when you find yourself down here this close, Mike, you have to finish these drives off. I'm with you. I think he was going to give his back 2 shots there to punch it in, but he only needed 1.
Out there is Tucker, and he'll kick this one away after the touchdown was scored. Here to take it back, Quez Watkins. And he'll be brought down past the 25. Decent field position to start this drive. Following the kickoff, we have an injured player on the field. So as they look at the injured player, we'll take a timeout. Slot man in motion right. Right away, they'll try a jet sweep. And nothing cooking on that one. He'll be met and tackled behind the line of scrimmage.
When you come across on a jet sweep, Mike, you're hoping once you get the ball, all you see is green grass and open space. Well, in this case, he had a lot of unhappy defenders waiting for him, and they're able to put him down behind the line.
Open man, downfield, Chase has it. A gain there of 27 yards.
It's so early in the game, you have to be careful now as coaches and players that you don't find yourself trailing early and get out of your game plan. There is so much time left. Stick to what you've worked on all week. There's plenty of time to chip away and see if you can make this thing close come the fourth quarter.
On the give, it's Swift. He'll take this down to the 47. Demario Davis there on the play. You get a look there at his numbers on the ground from a week ago. Here's 2nd and 9. Back to throw is Stafford. This one downfield, complete to Cooks. That long one's going to bring them first and goal. He is brought down at the 5-yard line.
If you want to score points at a high level in the NFL, you have to generate explosive plays. And after that big chunk pass play, they find themselves now down there in the red zone, and this is where you have to finish drives.
Well, a chance to get right back in it here. First down and goal. They'll run with Swift. He'll be wrapped up there down at the 3-yard line. The ball a little closer now. It is 2nd and goal. One more time, they try Swift. And he will dive into the end zone. DeAndre Swift. Touchdown, Wizards. Greg, we better tie those shoelaces tight. We could be in for a track meet. Great start on offense in this one.
Yeah, it certainly has, Mike. And I think the biggest thing for this offense is how they've bounced back to some early adversity. They found themselves trailing here in the first quarter, and they cut into that lead. I got a feeling this thing's going to go back and forth, and we're going to have some fireworks ahead of us.
Little now following the touchdown, out to kick this one away. On the return, Malik Washington. And he'll be brought down just beyond the 25-yard line. The Shamrocks offense getting things in order as they trot out for this next possession. They'll start out first down and 10. On the ground, here's Dobbins. He's fighting to get back to the line of scrimmage, but can't get there. He dropped for the loss of a yard.
Every team makes an emphasis on winning first down, but as a defense, when you're able to take them back for a loss, 2nd and long, you can really become more of a pass-centric defense and really tips the scales into your favor.
And he's going to be dropped after a pickup of about 5. Here comes 3rd and 6. From the shotgun, it's Allen. He'll try and get there on the ground.
That's a great job defensively. Even though they let him escape the rush initially, there was nowhere to go with either their ball or as a runner, and they're able to force 4th down.
So that'll bring up 4th down, and here comes the veteran Bradley Pinion to punt it away. And back deep is Quez Watkins. This one fielded out beyond the 25. And how about that? Nice return there, picking his way up past the 35-yard line. The Wizards offense and their quarterback ready to go once more. And he's off to a fast start throwing the football. Pretty good numbers already just in this first quarter of play. And that one shut down pretty quickly. He'll get back to the line of scrimmage. Nothing more. So we are through one on this Thanksgiving Day. 14-7 is our score. More after this. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports. We'll try again. It's 2nd and 10. Another run here. Another run by Swift. He'll move the pile forward. Let's give him a couple. Tyson Campbell there to make the tackle. Here's 3rd and 7. A shotgun snap to Stafford. And this drive is over before it can start. He's swallowed up to force 4th down.
I think the most frustrating element to all of this is when you look downfield, there's guys open. There's plays to be made downfield in the passing game, but quite frankly, the pass protection has just been so bad that they haven't been able to take advantage of any of it.
The Wizards out for the punt. Deep to return is Malik Washington. But he cannot get away. Great job down there to hold him to a short return. The Shamrocks offense getting their final instructions before heading back onto the field. They'll begin with terrific starting field position. It gets going with 1st and 10. Now, following the run, one of the offensive linemen leading the way is a bit shaken up. Allen going to keep it on the zone read. The defense not biting. They stay at home, stop the quarterback. No gain on the play. 3rd and 6. From the gun, Josh Allen. He'll try to run for it.
This is an element that defensively you always have to be ready to defend. You can't just accept that it's a pass and be so consumed with the receivers downfield. You have to account for the quarterback as a scrambler. You can see why, as he's able to get out of the pocket and pick up.
In trouble, and down he goes. Odafe Owe bursting in and recording the sack.
Defense came out in a soft zone, and I think it caught the quarterback a little off guard. He was trying to attack them downfield. By the time he was able to get through his progression to his check down, he ran out of time, and that's all the pass rush needed to get into the backfield and bring him down.
Only a couple on that one. It'll set up 3rd down. Allen. He runs with it. He is dangerous when a play breaks down. A pickup of 18.
Having a quarterback with this ability to run is such an X factor in today's NFL. It's an element of their offense that you have to be prepared for on every single play. Here we see it on 3rd down. Starts out as a pass. Nowhere to go with the ball. He tucks it, turns into a runner, picks up the 1st down.
On 1st down, it's Allen. A throw left side there, not going to find the target. Incomplete.
Up until that incompletion, they've done a really nice job on this drive, Mike, picking up fresh sets of downs. And typically, throwing the ball on 1st down is a great way to do it. But now they find themselves in 2nd and 10. Do you keep it in the air and try to get the 1st down here? Or is the idea to just make 3rd down manageable and take your chances picking up a key 3rd down?
Off he goes. He is dangerous when a play breaks down. A pickup of 18.
Those plays are killers for a defense. You think you have the quarterback hemmed in. You think you have a chance for your pass rush to get you off the field. Instead, he gets away, picks up some tough yards, and sets his team up 1st and goal.
And he's going to get stopped in the backfield. He'll take him down at the 3-yard line.
Sometimes you run all those big bodies out there, you kind of tip your hand. I always love going big jumbo personnel for a play action. In this case, they keep the ball on the ground. The defense knew it was coming, and they suffer a loss.
And he's going to go backwards, taken down at the 6.
It makes sense on 2nd and goal, Mike, to keep this ball on the ground. You always have 3rd down again to finally punch it in. But now after the defense forces you backwards, I think you have to consider putting this one in the air here on 3rd and goal.
Some determined running, but they're going to stop him short of the goal line.
You could tell that this defense was ready for this exact play call. They know that they're going to give their quarterback a chance both through the air and on the ground with his legs. They do a nice job stopping him short of the goal line to force 4th down.
So instead of going for the 1st down, in comes the field goal unit. Bit of a surprise here.
You know, I think it's safe to say here, Mike, as this offense leaves the field, they wanted to stay out there and go for it. But I think in this case, the coach is playing the long game. He understands that these 3 points now can end up being very valuable as this game moves along.
Wes Watkins going to bring it back. And a decent return there. He'll get this up just shy of the 30. The Wizards offense ready to take over once again. They find themselves down 17-7 as this drive starts 1st and 10. From the shotgun, it's Stafford. And that'll be in and out of his hands. It's incomplete. He'll try again here, 2nd and 10. Stafford. The middle of the field, that's taken in by Chase. And that'll go for a gain of 7, and it's going to set up 3rd down. Following the completion, we'll get a stoppage here for an injured player. They'll come up to 3rd and 3. Throwing, Stafford. And he's going to go down yet again. He has been under fire all game long.
What a great job in this game by the defensive coordinator, continuing to put his players in position to succeed. And boy, have they taken advantage of it. But on the other side, they got to do something different. They got to bring in some extra blockers. They got to change up and go max protection. They have to give their quarterback a little bit of time, or else they've got no shot.
And not much doing there. They made sure he would not get free. The Shamrocks offense and Josh Allen head back onto the field. And this defense has to be searching for answers right now. It's been his ability to make plays on the ground here in the 1st half that has really given them fits. He keeps it himself. And they'll take this down inside the 35.
The defense is going to have to come up with a plan for this quarterback using his legs, Mike, or it's going to be a long day. They knew coming in he was a threat, but I'm not sure they thought he would be this effective this early.
And this time the rush gets home, and down he goes. It's A.J. Epinesa who gets in to record the sack.
The offense goes from feeling really good about the previous play with a real nice pickup to then on the ensuing play ending up going the complete opposite direction. Really nice job here by the defense immediately getting back on track. And what do the coaches say? Just play the next play, and that's exactly what they did.
Now Allen. That one caught by Tank Dell. And he's going to be dropped after a pickup of about 5. 3rd and long. Now Allen. Oh, in trouble. Down he goes.
3rd and real long. This is where your defensive line has to come to life. They decided to keep extra blockers in the backfield, but it didn't matter. They were able to bring them down for a sack and brings up 4th down.
That's going to be out of bounds. Well judged and spotted right at the 10-yard line. The visitors' offense ready to see what they can do. They'll have a long field ahead of them as they start 1st and 10. This drive will begin with a run by Swift. And he'll get 2 on this one before being taken down. 2nd down and 8. Stafford. That one finds Chase. And a nice game, getting this to about the 23-yard line. 2 minutes remain here in this first half. Greg and I will be right back after this. 1st and 10. Here's Stafford. Here's a screen taken in by Swift.
You see so many teams wait till 3rd down to execute their screen game, but I like in this case the play caller changes things up. He uses the screen game on 1st down, which will have an effect on this pass rush going forward. How aggressive do they want to get after the quarterback? Because they got that screen play still in the back of their head.
And they'll get him down after a gain of 5, but that is enough for a 1st down. Throwing again is Stafford. To the left side, caught by Chase. Following the completion, we'll get a stoppage here for an injured player. Halftime is looming, so the athletic training staff going to get a chance to look him over during the break. Again, it's Stafford. They're trying to set up the screen here to Swift. And he's going to have the 1st down as he gets out of bounds, and he stopped the clock as well. They'll throw once more. Here's Stafford. A throw left side, but it's incomplete.
For the most part, he's been very accurate with the ball. I mean, he's completing over 60% of his passes, but because they haven't been able to get any big explosive plays, continue to push the ball downfield, hasn't really translated on the scoreboard just yet.
And that'll go for a gain of 7, and it's going to set up 3rd down. To the air again, Stafford. He'll try to hit him with a screen. And it looks like he's going to have the 1st down. What great work after the catch to extend the drive. Stafford to throw again. That's to the middle of the field and caught by Cooks. And they bring him down, but not until they get inside the 30-yard line. On 1st and 10, Stafford. Oh, a lot of chances on that one. It was bouncing around, but it falls incomplete. Here's Stafford now on 2nd down. Work in the middle of the field, but that is incomplete. This drive in danger of stalling out on 3rd and 10. From the gun, here's Stafford. And this offensive line just has no answers right now. It's another sack.
If this quarterback's offensive line had as much fight as he does, I don't think they'd be in this situation to begin with. I mean, it's not even halftime here, Mike, and they've already given up 6 sacks. At this rate, I'm not sure they're confident their quarterback's going to make it out of this game in one piece.
All right, Mike, thanks very much. We'll get back to you and Greg in just a moment. But first, let's give everybody a look at what's coming up later this weekend around the NFL. A number of great games coming up this holiday weekend. Of course, we begin tomorrow, the second ever Black Friday game, the Raiders, Chiefs from Arrowhead. Next, we head off to check out another game. And you can see they are scoreless as they play the second quarter. And then lastly, on Monday Night Football, those fans will be riled up as it'll be a good matchup between their guys and what equates to be a very tough opponent. We were treated to a solid first half of football by the great quarterback, Josh Allen. He's got a touchdown pass on the ledger as his guys were able to build a double-digit lead.
Coach, thank you. Back here on EA Sports as we count down to the kickoff of the second half. Washington now to return it. And he's brought down right at the 25-yard line. The home team's offense going to have a first crack at it as we begin this third quarter. Their lead is 10. They go back to work, trying to add to it. It begins with first down. Out of the gun, here's Allen. Into space at the 45. He may go. And what an effort after the catch. He goes all the way. 75 yards for the touchdown. A terrific job all the way around, especially after the catch, Greg, to take it to the end zone for a touchdown.
I'm just so impressed by the acceleration of this receiver, Mike. He catches what is a short pass, and he's able to turn it up the field and take it all the way for 6. That is an impressive play, run after catch.
Tucker's extra point, up and good. And the Shamrocks up their lead. It's now 24-7. Out there is Tucker, and he'll kick this one away after the touchdown was scored. To return is Hubbard. And he'll work this one past the 25 to right about the 28-yard line. The visitors' offense back onto the field for their next possession. And look, they've been out of sorts throughout, Greg. They haven't had any answer for this pass rush all game.
Yeah, and it's really showing up in the sacks and also just in their ability to prevent any yards, any completions. This has just been a dominant pass defense performance here, and everything starts with the rush. The quarterback's uncomfortable. The clock gets sped up. He's got guys in his face. It's a lot easier to play defensive back and in some of these coverage units when you know that ball's got to come out fast, and right now they're teeing off and taking advantage of it.
Here's 2nd and 3 to go. Out of the gun, Stafford. This pass right side taken in by Cooks. And they bring him down, but not until he crosses midfield. Following the completion, we'll get a stoppage here for an injured player. Set to go now on 1st and 10. Working out of the gun, Stafford. This one caught by Chase. And that keeps him ahead of schedule. That's a first down completion of 7 yards. Here's a 2nd and 3 forthcoming. A shotgun snap to Stafford. This one is complete along the sideline. A very nice job to fit that ball in. It'll be a modest gain. 3rd and a yard. They'll try to run for it. It's Swift. Looking for room out on the edge. Not going to find it. As a matter of fact, I think they tracked him down behind the line of scrimmage. Good job by the defense, and it's 4th down.
The idea here for this offense is you're not really thinking necessarily touchdown. You're thinking first down. Let's get a fresh set of downs here and reset. But in this case, they suffer a loss, and it brings up fourth down.
Fourth down, Stafford. And he cannot get the throw off. He's going to be sacked. And they will turn it over on downs.
Yeah, when you find yourself down big here in the second half, you have to maximize every possession. And that's exactly what the coach tried to do, going for it on fourth down. Give yourselves a chance to cut into this big lead. But it's the defense that came through again with a huge stop. And that's going to make their chances of coming back that much more difficult.
Allen working from the pistol. Open man there. It is Horn. And they'll take this down inside the 35.
Well, the run after catch is certainly nice, and they're definitely going to take it. But watch the savviness of the route running. Certain guys just have a better field for running these slant routes than others, and it's a nice result.
He'll work his way ahead for a gain of about 4. Here's 2nd and 6. Here's Dobbins. Third down, 3 to go. From the gun, Josh Allen. He's got his man, complete to Dell. And he's going to have the first down taken down after a short pickup of 5, but it will keep the drive going. Now it's Dobbins trying to find somewhere to move forward, but nothing going. Tackled for the loss of a yard.
Number one rule of run blocking for the offensive line is you don't want to allow penetration. It just doesn't give your running back any angles to cut and find the hole. It's exactly how it played out here. They've got to do a better job holding the line of scrimmage and not getting pushed back.
And he's going to be dropped after a pickup of about 5. Following the completion, we'll get a stoppage here for an injured player. As the athletic training staff looks at him, we'll step away for a moment. Dell motioning over. Allen on third down. They set up the screen for Dobbins. And he will not quite get to the marker. Good job there defensively. And now decision time. What are you going to do on fourth down? So instead of going for the first down, in comes the field goal unit. Bit of a surprise here. 3 for 3 in the game, as this one is also good. And the Shamrocks will extend their lead.
It's always a little bit of a letdown, Mike. You find yourself deep in the red zone and you have to settle for a short field goal like that. In this case, he's able to put it through, and they get 3.
He'll get across the 20, mark him down at the 23-yard line. Now the return man is a bit slow getting up after that kick. Athletic training staff looking at him, so we'll step aside. Operating from their own 23, they'll begin 1st and 10. Off the RPO, that's going to be caught by Cooks. It'll be taken down rather swiftly after a gain of just 3. 2nd and 7. Now a toss, left side, it's Swift. And they'll mark him down just shy of the 40.
Well, after not having much success in the first half, they're able to get something going on the ground here to start the third quarter. I'd love to see the play caller mix in some play action, mix in some pass game. That should open up some of these holes for better situations to run the ball.
And they're going to work this down inside the 45.
Whatever they've talked about in the locker room at the halftime break seems to have worked. They've come out with a new established energy. You could see it when they took the field. Now this offense seems to be building on it because with that chunk play, just a little bit of rhythm that they can build off of. They got a long way to go to get back into this game, but so far off to a good start.
Play action, Stafford. Open man, that's the veteran Cooks. And they'll take this down inside the 35. They'll break the huddle. Coming up now for 1st and 10. Here's Stafford. Here's a screen taken in by Swift. And he's close to another first down as he's brought down just shy of the marker. A good spot here, 2nd and a yard. Out of the shotgun, it's a give to Swift. And he'll get back to the line of scrimmage at best. Might have even lost a yard there.
The offense thinks that they can just kind of plow this one up there in the middle and keep the chains moving, but not on this defense. Not only do they not pick up the first down, but after suffering that loss, now they've got some decisions to make on 3rd down. It's rare to see an offense that finds themselves trailing and say, well, their quarterback's been actually one of their biggest bright spots. Usually that doesn't go hand in hand, so it's a little surprising to see him miss a throw like that on a day where he's completed passes at a highly efficient rate.
He is 2 for 2. That kick is good. And the Wizards cut 3 off the lead, but they still face a sizable deficit. So after the field goal, back out is Little to kick this one away. Washington now to return it. A good return as he takes it across the 30. The home team's offense and their quarterback set to take the field once more. And we run you through the highlights here. It has been a very big performance from the quarterback position. Instrumental in leading and executing, and now trying to finish strong and take his team to the finish line. 3 tight ends in the game to start the drive. They'll give it to Dobbins. And a nice gain there on 1st down. He takes it forward for 8 yards. Here's 2nd and 2. From the gun, it's Allen. A throw left side finds Dell. And he'll get about 5 here as he's out of bounds with a 1st down. From the shotgun, it's Allen. Oh, and a short throw there, but it's going to end up incomplete. That's a pass you say he should have had. Instead, he does not, and it brings up 2nd down. Allen going to make the read and hold on here. And he proves tough to bring down. Good running across midfield. A gain of 8 that time. Now a 3rd and 2. A run with Dobbins. A gain of 11 on that one. And that will be a 1st down.
There's a big conversation going on right now around the NFL about what is the true value of having a run game. And I've always thought it comes down to being good at 3 situations. Can you run the ball in the 4th quarter with a lead? How well can you run the ball on the goal line? And then in this case, how well can you run the ball in short yardage situations?
They'll come up here on 2nd down and 5. They'll stick with him again. He'll be stopped after a short gain to about the 30. Mike Hilton coming in to make the play. We're on to the 4th on Thanksgiving Day. Back with more after the break. You're tuned in to the NFL on EA Sports. Here's 3rd and 2. Now Allen. You can't beat a running quarterback. Gain of 16 and a 1st down.
Great job here by the quarterback on 3rd and short, knowing that if nothing's there downfield, he can pick this up with his legs. And not only is he able to pick up the first down, he gets a whole lot more than that.
On the move at the 14-yard line, it's 1st and 10. Here's the toss as they look to run. And this offensive line creating running space. He'll get 6 and get inside the 10-yard line. They'll work now on 2nd and 4. So now they'll throw it with Allen. This one caught at the 4. And he'll take it on in. Tank Dell. Touchdown, Shamrocks. Greg, that's one of those scores where it's not completely over, but it's getting to be about that time.
Yeah, Mike, I just think they're entering miracle stage right now, and I just don't think there's any coming back from this deficit.
The point after now from Tucker. The kick is good. And the Shamrocks will open it up even further here in this 4th quarter. Out there is Tucker, and he'll kick this one away after the touchdown was scored. This will be returned from the 6. And he'll be brought down right around the 25-yard line. The visitors' offense getting those helmets back on, ready to head out for their next possession. Things not looking good. But see if they get the turnaround going here. They'll start this drive with 1st down. He's got the tight end, Tunyon. And they're going to move the ball all the way up to the 45-yard line. A fresh set of downs to work with. It is 1st down and 10. From the shotgun, it's Stafford. Right side, it's Laporta, the tight end. That's a nice pickup on a 1st down throw. It's a gain of 8. They'll come to the line now on 2nd and 2. Stafford now. He'll go right back to Laporta. And that's going to be a 1st down. A pickup of 9. They send him right out of the slot. And the back judge throws the flag. He looks at the ball, looks at the clock. Clock says 0. That's a delay of game. Stafford to throw again. He'll try to set up the screen here to Swift. They were not fooled on defense. Saw the screen from the start. It'll be a loss of yardage on the play. Work to do now as they come up on 2nd and long. Again, it's Stafford. And that is incomplete.
Can't exactly put my finger on it, but it just seems like this entire game, like this passing game and this quarterback specifically, they've just been off. And whether it's missing these big shots downfield like he did there or just simple underneath layups, there's just something about him today that doesn't look right. And I think it's a big part of the reason they find themselves trailing here in the 4th quarter.
And they're going to move this ball inside the 25-yard line. Throwing again is Stafford. He'll get this underneath to Swift. And he's not going to be able to get away. Good defense on the perimeter. It'll be a loss of yardage.
To play corner in this league, Mike, you have to have great reactions and instincts. In this case, he trusts those instincts from the jump, and he's able to send the offense going backwards as a result.
that is going to be hauled in. He's got it. Dontavian Wicks. Touchdown, Wizards. Touchdown here in the fourth quarter, Greg. They have a big mountain to climb, but at least they're technically still alive in this one.
And now, Mike, we're going to see them line up to go for two. They're going to see if they can get this lead down to 16 points and still give them a chance to fight back here late in the fourth quarter.
They'll throw once more. Here's Stafford. And he's going to go down yet again. He has been under fire all game long. Now, following that sack, we have a player who was injured. Little now, following the touchdown, out to kick this one away. Washington now to return it. Nice job by the return team as he takes it across the 30-yard line. The home team's offense and their quarterback headed out for their next possession. And he has been masterful so far leading this offense, keeping the mistakes to a minimum, on point with his passes, generally one step ahead of the defense all game long. They face second down and 7. Back to the ground. He'll get it again. And he'll take this ahead for a gain of about 5, and here comes third down. Trying to pick this one up on the ground. And he'll be stacked up at the line of scrimmage. No gain on the play. Now after the run, we get a stoppage for an injured player. The training staff going to look and will step out for a moment. The Shamrocks send their punter out. This brought in out past the 20. And he'll be brought down. Short return. And they'll take over there. The visitors' offense ready to take over possession of the football. They'll see if they can put something together here, beginning with 1st and 10. Stafford. Rush comes. They're setting up the screen. And they'll get about half of what they needed. It's a pickup of 5 and sets up 2nd and 5. Following the completion, we'll get a stoppage here for an injured player. They'll break the huddle. It's 2nd and 5. They move Laporta, sending him in motion. To the tight end, and he fits it in on the corner route. And they will bring him down on the other side of midfield. They'll come up here 1st and 10. From the gun, here's Stafford. They go sideline, and he stays in bounds. Got the feet down in time. It's a 1st down. To the air again, Stafford. That's a short one caught by Laporta. And they're going to get this all the way down inside the 5. Well, a chance to get right back in it here. 1st down and goal. Out of the gun, Stafford. He'll swing this out to Swift. And he'll go down back at the 4.
I think this play is a direct result of his film study. He knew exactly where that ball was going before the play was snapped, and that play recognition, man, it separates a lot of guys in this league and results in a negative play.
And he gets to the outside and takes it in. DeAndre Swift, touchdown Wizards. That his 2nd touchdown of the game, numbers 11 and 12 on the season. That touchdown puts him in double digits. Now 10 rushing touchdowns on the season. Extra point by Little is good. And the Wizards are able to cut into the deficit. Little now following the touchdown, out to kick this one away. Washington now to return it. And he'll be taken down right at the 29-yard line. The home team's offense and their running back getting ready to go back to work. And he has put in a full game's work and then some. Just an incredible performance on the ground to this point in the fourth quarter. On the ground, here's Dobbins. And he'll work forward for about 3. It's second down. From the gun, Josh Allen. Now he takes off. And the quarterback scrambling, maneuvers his way back to the line of scrimmage. But that's all he can get out of that one. On third down, it's Josh Allen. Good job breaking the pocket and going for 14 yards, and most importantly, a first down.
Here you are at the end of the game. You need a stop. You find yourself trailing. You have everybody covered, and the quarterback gets loose. Those are the plays that just kill a defensive coordinator. You're about to force a punt, about to get the ball back to your offense. Give credit to the quarterback. He made a play when they needed it.
Here's first and 10. They'll turn and hand this one off. And he'll plow forward for a gain of 4 yards. And we'll see a timeout used by the defense, stopping it right out of the break. 1:57 to go in the game. They'll run on second down. And he's going to have a first down. Good run down inside the 45-yard line. They'll stay on the ground. And nothing on that one, back to the line of scrimmage, and that is it. They'll try again here, second and 10. Up the middle they go. And he's bottled up after a gain of a yard. You've got to consider this an absolute must-stop defensively. It's third down. They'll try to get this one on the ground.
You can always tell what a team's decision will be on fourth down, Mike, based on what they do on third down. In this case, unfortunately, they didn't get enough yards on the ground to make that fourth down more manageable. So I think they have to reconsider whether they go for it here.
Out is Justin Tucker to try the field goal. This a 57-yard attempt. 3 for 3 in the game, as this one is also good. And the Shamrocks will add to their lead here in the fourth quarter.
And this is what you want. I mean, you clearly have the advantage, but you want to continue to apply pressure. Can you score every time you get the ball? They're able to do that here. They tack on 3 and extend their lead.
The Wizards offense and Matthew Stafford heading back onto the field. And this defense might be about ready to wave the white flag. Nothing they have tried to throw at him has been successful. He just processes things so quickly, making the right read seemingly every time. They'll be forced to just throw that one away. It's incomplete.
This is one of those situations that plays directly into the hands of the defense because think, Mike, they know this offense has to be one-dimensional. This has to be a pass. So what do? They bring in extra defensive backs. They clog up the back end. And at the end of the day, there's just nowhere for the offense to go with the ball. Really nice job with the protection up front. Just nobody could get open downfield. So it's a combination of Your offensive weapons have to do a better job taking advantage of that time to work and separate. But also, how impressive is that by that defense to be able to cover for that amount of time?
That's going to be incomplete, so no help there. And we're likely down to a final snap. So here it is, 4th down and 10. One last throw here for Stafford. He's got a receiver. It's Chase. And he'll be brought down there, and that'll put a wrap on this one. Time has expired in this 4th quarter. So the fans gonna head home happy. It's a win for the hometown squad. And they will get a little extra time to enjoy it on this holiday weekend as they get the job done here on Thanksgiving. So that'll do it for us. For Greg Olson and our terrific team behind the scenes, I'm Mike Tirico. You've been watching the NFL on EA Sports. Follow us on X at EA Madden NFL. With that, we say so long, everyone.